You have been taught that power wears a crown. You have been taught that power commands armies. Holds a sword and sits on a visible throne. This is an illusion created for the masses. The man on the throne is merely a highly paid actor. True power does not ride into battle. True power sits quietly in a dimly lit room, holding a pen. Because the man who controls the gold controls the king who holds the sword. Money itself is not power. Money is just water.
Waterman.
Controlling the direction the water flows. That is power. To understand how to control the river, we must travel back to the 15th century. To a family of ordinary merchants who bought the entire world. They were not royalty. They were not mobsters. They started as simple wool merchants. But they realized that trading physical goods was a slow, agonizing path to wealth. So, they switched to trading the most profitable commodity on earth: debt. There was only one problem. The church strictly forbade the charging of interest. They called it usury, a sin punishable by excommunication. Most men would have given up. But the patriarch of this family was an architect of systems. He didn't break the rules. He completely bypassed them. He perfected double-entry bookkeeping. He created a decentralized network of bank branches across Europe.
In 1494, a revolution began. For every debit, there must be a credit. This is the dawn of double-entry bookkeeping.
And he disguised the interest. He didn't call it a loan. He called it a currency exchange fee between different cities. The church couldn't regulate what they couldn't understand. The family was suddenly generating massive, invisible profits entirely legally. They became incredibly wealthy. But wealth is fragile if it is not protected by absolute power. To protect their empire, they didn't buy an army.
A single move can change the entire board.
They decided to buy the highest authority on the planet. They found a man, a former pirate, ambitious, highly corrupt, and utterly ruthless. He wanted to rise through the ranks of the church and become the supreme priest. But he didn't have the capital to bribe the cardinals. The family funded his entire campaign. It was the ultimate leverage play. The family risked almost everything they had. If the pirate lost, the bank would go bankrupt. But the pirate won. The man they funded was crowned the ultimate spiritual authority of the known world. In return for buying him the throne, the new supreme priest gave the family their return on investment.
A pirate's blood cannot be washed away holy water. Now I take what is mine. This pact seals our sacred bond. Take this key to the forbidden vault. From every corner of the continent, a golden tide began to flow.
They became the exclusive managers of the church's entire financial wealth. Every tithe, every tax, every donation from across Europe flowed directly into their ledger. Suddenly, kings and emperors were no longer the ultimate power.
This is the path we must follow.
They were coming to the merchant's door, begging for credit. The sword answers to the man who signs the paycheck. Always.
They take everything. We have nothing left. They grow rich on our hunger. Curse them all. They will pay.
But extreme wealth makes you a target. The people hated them. The nobles despised them. They were constantly accused of the sin of usury. To protect their empire from the mob, they executed the greatest public relations campaign in human history. They funded the Renaissance. They hired the greatest sculptors, painters, and architects. They built massive cathedrals. They filled the city with breathtaking beauty. They gave this art to the public for free. And the public was hypnotized. They stopped looking at the family's ruthless monopoly. And started looking at the beautiful statues. The family stamped their corporate logo onto the house of God. They bought the narrative. They proved that if you build enough beautiful distractions, the public will let you own the world in the shadows. Never build a throne. Thrones attract revolutions. Build a bank and pay for the king's throne. The family died out,
Speak to me.
but their system conquered the earth. Today, you think you control the world through elections. You argue over politicians. You argue over who sits on the visible throne.
You have betrayed the people of this nation. You are nothing but a corporate shill. Slander! It is the truth!
But the politicians are just the modern version of the pirate. They are funded, managed, and controlled by the ledger. Look at the mega asset managers of today. The institutions that manage trillions of dollars. They own the debt of nations. They own the real estate. They own the infrastructure. They do not have armies. They do not have public faces. They are completely invisible to the average person. And just like the 15th century, they use debt as the ultimate leverage.
I don't know how we're gonna pay for all of this.
They just keep coming. There is no end in sight.
The interest you pay on your mortgage, your car, your country's national debt, then is the golden river flowing directly into their invisible vaults. And instead of marble statues, they distract you with endless entertainment, media, and
I
digital
need to check
noise.
this update now.
All of human knowledge is stored right here, and it is up to us to protect its secrets.
The game hasn't changed in 600 years, only the technology has. If you want to escape the trap, you must stop acting like the peasants staring at the statues. You must transition from being a consumer of debt
I need to have the newest model right now. Every single number must be accounted for.
to an owner of capital. You must learn how to use leverage not to buy luxuries, but to acquire assets that produce cash flow. Build your own systems. Create your
They
own
see a
businesses.
vast
Become
and
the
empty
architect
ocean.
of your own ledger.
But I see the foundations of my own empire. Here, the invisible becomes reality.
A word outlives the gold.
Stop chasing the money. Own the ledger that directs it. Be the architect.
Every word you write becomes your destiny. Choose your weapon wisely. The architect.